Hello, hello. Welcome to Full Out. Today we are talking to Renée Felice Smith. She's one of my good friends. I love her so much. She's been on like a million episodes of NCIS, but she's also an amazing tap dancer, and we're going to get into her whole dance journey, kind of how it got hijacked by NCIS. And yeah, she's just such a delight. So stay tuned.
Now, introducing Full Out with Brittany Ross.
Good.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How are you feeling? I'm actually just excited that we get to hang out for an hour because I feel like
look face to face and have a conversation.
I know,
and
it's so fun. Renee and I, we're like newer friends, but I feel like I've known you forever. Every time we hang out, I'm like,
it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. You're very comfortable to me.
Same with you and same with your husband.
Yeah.
I feel like, and also for Marco too, I feel like, which is rare for like 4 adults to also feel the same way.
I love Marco.
Yeah.
I feel like I get Marco. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you do.
I don't. Yeah.
We met at a wedding, kind of, or a bachelorette.
Yeah, bachelorette.
We met at a bachelorette. I was feeling really sick because I was pregnant.
No, you were having a rough time.
And
that
then
was
I
hard.
Was like so sick at a bachelorette in Joshua Tree, and I was like
a
early
million
pregnant.
degrees
And I was
out.
like, hey, I don't even know you yet, but I'm pregnant. I'm not telling anybody, but I'm like normally way more fun than I'm gonna be on this bachelorette
I felt
party.
so bad for you because I was like, oh my gosh, you're in this house of like 14 girls.
With
and
no
like,
pool
in the heat, like 116 degree
it was like
weather,
August or something in Joshua Tree, and
Oh
I was
my
like, I'm just
God.
gonna go lay down in the room.
Yeah.
But I was like, I knew I liked you, but I didn't really hang out at that.
Yeah, you were doing your own thing, and rightfully so. You should have been taking
I
care
was
of
like
yourself.
literally dying in the other room.
That was a funny one for me too, because it was like this group of friends that I had never met.
Yeah.
So I was definitely like the new kid, you know, the new kid at the lunch table.
I feel like it's one of our friends who likes to keep. She doesn't like to. I feel like she's nervous to keep her to mix her friends together.
Yeah.
And because I don't know, but I felt like we all got along. We were all really excited to meet each other because we knew she had other friends.
Exactly.
But it's weird for one of your best friends to have other friends.
You're like, who are you keeping secret?
Yeah, you're like,
What is
who?
this? What is this
Who are
other
these
life
other
you have?
friends? And then she got married, and now we all know each other, and we're like, oh my gosh, why have you been keeping us from each other for so long?
Exactly. I know.
Yeah.
We got to get her on here to talk about that.
Yeah, we do. Let's call her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny. But then we went to dinner with you and your husband, and I am obsessed with you and your husband's story because you guys have known each other since middle school.
Yeah, we're weirdos. We know each other from 6th grade. We're actually not married. He's
right. I
not
know that.
officially,
I
but
know
we're
that.
more married
I know you're
than
not married.
most married people, to be honest.
Yeah, you are. I know you're not married officially. I did know that.
It's all good.
And then but I didn't know that for a long time.
Well, you know what? It's like at this point, it's whatever anyone wants to call us, you know?
Yeah. Because you've been
It's-
together since 6th grade.
Yeah, there's not really a word for it. We really struggle. It's like partner doesn't feel like enough, but I'm not a wife. He is not a husband. So it's kind of this interesting, like non-labeled.
Did both of you just feel like you didn't need a label?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we've been together. We're like the most monogamous people. We both had like long-term girlfriends and boyfriends in middle school and high school. And like we went to the prom in the same limo with our long-term boyfriend and his long-term girlfriend. And so, you know, but yeah, we got together at 23-ish, around 23.
Okay.
And we were both afraid to like kind of like say, hey, I feel like you like me, you know?
Yeah, because you've been friends for so long.
Yeah, we were in the same group of friends too.
Yeah.
So, but it's all good. We work together. We write together. We're
Yeah,
creative
you guys
together.
do so much stuff together.
We're together like 24 hours a day. People are always confused about that too. They're like, how are you not like sick of each other?
You're like, because we're not married. I feel
Ding,
like
ding, ding.
the second you got married, you'd be like, we can't do anything together.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe it's just
Maybe
that
not.
label that like, well, I don't know.
Who knows? But I like that.
knows?
That's what I think is so cool about you because you guys are like, we're doing whatever we want to do our own way.
I like
And you don't
that.
feel like any pressure from society to like do something else.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But I do think that, can you tell this one story about how, like,
Oh my gosh, yes.
that is one of my favorite stories about student class president.
OMG. Yeah. So Chris and I, like I said, we grew up together. 6th grade, I was again the new kid at the lunch table. I basically was filtered into a middle school where I knew no one because I came from the smallest elementary school. So there were like 20 kids from my school that then like filtered into this new school. Probably like 30 or 40, 50 kids maybe.
Okay.
But still, not a lot.
Yeah.
So I knew no one. And I decided I wanted to run for student government because I want to be involved. And I'm very Hermione Granger at this point in my life, like doing all the things, involved in all the clubs. And
I feel like you're still like that, though.
I guess. I
And
think
the things that really matter to you.
yes. There we go. There we go. I have I pick and choose now and put my energy in certain places. But anyway, Chris, my partner, my other half, my person, he was running for president, and I knew he was very popular, extremely popular with the ladies. I actually heard, and the guys, I heard his name mentioned in my gym class on the first day of school as we were getting locker assignments from the 9th graders. We were in 6th grade.
Whoa.
And they were like, this kid, Chris Gabriel, just wait till he's in 9th grade. He's going to be so hot.
Whoa. Like, this is like the opposite of every movie you've ever seen.
Right? Yeah. They're talking
You don't
about
think
the
things
boy.
like that happen. You can't even write that in a movie because nobody would believe it.
The 9th grade girls were talking about this little twerp 6th grade boy who weighed like 70 pounds.
Just wait till he's in 9th grade.
Yeah, just you wait.
It's also kind of creepy, but like not because they're
is.
all so young.
Well, it's reverse creep.
Yeah, it is.
Right? It's like,
Because if the boys were talking about like a 6th grade girl like that.
yeah, girls can be creepy too.
Yeah. Girls can be real creepy.
Look, girls
Yeah.
can be creepy too. So I heard this guy's name. I'm like, okay, I got to keep an eye out for this guy, whoever he is. Meet him. He's a full foot shorter than me.
Okay.
And I am the same height I am now.
Yeah.
So
You're like, just wait till 9th grade.
he's going to shoot up. And he did. And now he's a foot taller than me. But anyway, or at least 7 inches taller than me. But so I decide I'm going to run for vice president because Chris is running for president. And I understood that he was going to win because it was a popularity contest. And I was like, I have no interest in that fight. What I do have interest in is making real change. So I went for vice president because that was wide open.
That is so funny.
And sure enough, sailed through, and he became president, vice, and the first meeting, he doesn't show up. I remember like the teacher, the advisor in charge, she's like, okay, Renee is here, and the president, Chris, not here. Okay, what are we going to do? So
You're like, I know what we're going to do.
I know exactly what we're going to do. So I saw him in the hallway the next day, and I was like, hey, what's up? Are you planning on coming to these meetings? Like, what is your intention here? Because I saw him. He was like hanging out as the meeting was happening. He was like outside of the school, like skateboarding, hanging out with his friends, being cool. And I'm in there ready to roll up my sleeves and like get some work done.
Yeah.
And so he's like, oh, no, I have I'm not, there are meetings. He had no idea.
Oh my gosh, there are meetings. So funny.
He thought it was literally, he just thought it was a contest.
And once you won, it's just like a badge he gets.
Won the contest, and that's the end of that. And so I was like, okay, well, I am probably going to have you impeached. And and it was a real swift vote. He was out, and then, I became
took over as president.
Pretty much exactly the way it happens on Veep.
That is
close
so
to.
funny.
But anyway, he had no intention of doing anything real.
And so you got to be president of your new school.
And then that was it. Then I was little 6th grade, like running around.
And they should have been saying, did you guys see that 6th grader Renee? Watch out for her. She's going to take over.
You better.
She's going to take over something when she's in 9th grade.
You better hold on.
Yeah, that is so funny.
It's so funny. Yeah. Who knows what the boys were saying on the other side of the locker room, but they were talking about him.
That is so cute.
And
you got him.
Hey, listen.
You got him.
I'm the big winner.
And he got to be president and you got him.
Watch out.
Yeah, that's who you are.
Hey.
To me.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I don't think of myself that way, but all right.
I feel like you should.
I pulled a big fish. Watch out.
I feel like he got lucky in getting you, but I feel like,
yeah,
it's so funny. We know. Okay, so I feel like, I know you've been acting for a long time here.
Yes.
You did a million gazillion episodes of NCIS.
Episodes of crime procedural.
How many
television.
episodes did you do?
This question comes up a lot, and I don't know the exact answer.
Okay.
It is north of 250.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't know exactly because I don't know. I think a fan a while back told me IMDb was wrong, and it was like 140, and then 240, and then someone said, I'm sorry, 260, and then someone said it's 253. I don't know. It's somewhere north of 250.
When you got it as a guest star. And then did you think that it might turn into 254 episodes or no idea?
No, absolutely not. I thought it was going to be 6 episodes. There was the option to, turn series regular, but I did not think that was like...
Yeah, that's always like that'll like happen.
Maybe this could happen. But, I was living in New York. I went to NYU. I had just graduated a year or two before that. So I wasn't in the mindset to be like, oh, now I'm moving to LA and I'm going to be on this show for a decade.
Is that how long you were on it? 10 years?
More than a decade.
More than a decade?
Yeah, 11 and a half. Yeah.
How many
years.
episodes would you do a season?
Anywhere between 18 to 24, and sometimes we shot 25 because we would put them in the bank and then roll them out for the first 2 of the next season. Yeah, but basically we were shooting and these seasons don't happen anymore, like network television seasons, 22 episodes, and then we would get the extra finale. So it'd be 23, 24.
Whoa.
I mean, it's a lot of episodes.
Yeah, and they're also hour-long episodes, so they're long. They're it's a long hour, really long hours. You had just finished college and you got the show. Yeah,
so I had graduated from NYU, but right out of school, I couldn't get an agent. It was the same old song. I did the showcase at the end of the year, and people were interested, and then nothing really worked out, or you're dating with a few different managers, and then they throw spaghetti at the wall, send you out on a few things, you get a callback or two, they're excited for a brief moment in time, and then you don't hear from them again. So I was going to open calls. I was going to a lot of Broadway open calls because I'm a dancer.
Yes, which I can't wait to talk about.
Yes. And
that's so cool.
Dance was,
so you thought that that's what you'd be doing.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be a professional dancer. I always from age, I think age 9, I really chose my lane with dance. Before that I was kind of dance, gymnastics, art class, kind of bouncing around. But yeah, around age 9, I was like, okay, dance is it. So after I graduated school, I was this pretty, advanced dancer. And I started going to Broadway open calls. But the best part is I would make it to the end of the dance call, right?
Yeah.
So there would be
And this is when you were how old though?
Just right out of school.
Oh, so right out of school. It's not like you were going to Broadway dance calls before college because you lived on the East Coast.
No. So I was just, on Actors Equity looking up the dance call and going with some of my friends, right? To go and see, can I make it to the end of the call? Yeah. And then I would make it to the end and I'd be like, oh God, now I have to sing. So it'd be me down to the last however many 8 10 dancers, and then we'd all have to go sing our song.
Oh, okay.
And I'd be like, okay, guys, here I come. And I'm singing Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Oh my gosh.
You know, and I just would blast Total Eclipse of the Heart. And they're like, wow, you had a lot of fun doing that. You know?
My gosh, just the worst thing to hear.
Exactly. The worst comments. I'm not a singer. I'm okay. Like I can sing in a chorus you know, but I'm not like.
A Broadway, it's different. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a character to as singer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can sing goofy. Like I can do it, but I'm not going to be your like, you know, leading lady.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I get it. I'm not a singer either. And the amount of times I've been asked to sing, I feel like people assume with my voice that I'm going to be like Kristen Chenoweth.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm not.
Yeah.
I can't sing. I've gotten myself into some weird situations like that where I've like humiliated myself. And I'm like, I told you. Yeah. Everybody thinks you're just being like, no.
You're being modest. And you're like, no, I know myself.
Like I can carry a tune, but I am not a singer.
I'm not a trained singer. I'm just
I can make it funny.
Exactly.
If you want it to be funny, I can like commit to it. I can do it. Like I almost booked that High School Musical TV show as the teacher, and I sang Spice Girls for my audition. And like, perfect. I think the network like loved it, and the guy who wrote it was a Broadway guy, and he was like not into it. So I think he won out in the end. I think he's like, I feel like she's making a mockery of my show.
Is so funny.
But I went for it.
Yeah. You know what? I have a thing. I do feel like if you're playing a character who is not supposed to be a professional singer, you shouldn't be, because it takes me out of the reality of the show that they're trying to build, you know?
Unless it's like La La Land.
Right.
I feel like none of them are supposed to be professional singers. Then I would be like, why does everybody sound terrible?
Sure. But if you're just in a high school and you're some random teacher, why are you like trilling up and down? Like,
she's also the drama teacher. And I was like, I think it would be so funny if the drama teacher was not very good at singing.
Well, if I was the director, you would have gotten the part.
Like it would have been really fun.
Because that's
it's
real.
More real. Yeah. That's what's happening in schools across the country. 100%. Drama singers are singing Spice Girls as if they're like the star of a Broadway show.
Exactly.
Okay, so you were getting all the way to you.
That'd be my version of the show.
Well, we can do a show where we don't sing very well together one day. So you were getting all the way to the end, and then you had to sing, and then
they'd be like, "Thank you so much. That looked like it was a lot of fun for you." And I'm like, "No, actually, that was horrifying." But here I go. Okay, on to the next.
An incredible dancer. I feel like we might as well. I saw you do a tap dance recently.
Yeah.
At our friend Serena's show.
Yes.
She's doing a show, like an adult talent show, where people are doing something kind of similar to this podcast, I feel like. Something from your past that you were like really into or want to redo on. And Renee did a tap dance to The Devil Went Down to Georgia. And I've known you for a few years now, and I almost fell out of my seat. I was like, what? She knows how to do this? I was so like taken aback and in awe because it was so good.
It's surprising. It's surprising to a lot of people because it's this like chapter of my life that
it kind of got hijacked from you by the show. I mean, the show was amazing that you did 254 episodes, but that is like a life choice that I don't know if you knew you were making when you got that show.
100%. I didn't know, it was 6 episodes and then 11 years later. I always say it was like kindergarten through 12th grade. Like it was basically 12 years of NCIS LA school.
It's also so different from like a pilot because you go into a pilot with like hopes and dreams that it's going to go for that long. And you do it being like, okay, if this really works out, this is how long it'll go. But when you go in for 6 episodes, you're not thinking you're going to be there for 11, 12 years.
You definitely don't think. But yeah, my former life was as a dancer. And I was a competitive dancer. I was, dancing 5-6 days a week as a kid, starting my homework at like 11:30 at night. And my mom would come in, and I'd still be at the kitchen table because I definitely, I'm now diagnosed ADHD, but back then I was a procrastinator. I mean, I still am a very bad procrastinator, and I would get distracted.
I used to be, like that. Yeah.
You know, and I'd need a real hard deadline to get me to do something. And then plus all of my extracurricular activities, dance and theater. I was involved in the plays in school. I was also on the track team and the volleyball team and, you know, student government, all the things. And so I would start the homework at like 11:30 at night, but I would get it done.
Yeah. I feel like though, like being in dance or doing something when you're ADHD, procrastinator or something, it forces you into the moment 100%. In a way that like is really good for you because you're forced to be, you can't like not be present.
So helpful.
But then when you have to like force yourself into it after. Yeah.
Sure. Any other
I love that
activity.
you sat at the table though, because I sat in my room to do my homework at 11 p.m. on the floor with the TV on because I needed background noise of the TV and I would eat fast food.
Yeah. Well,
I would eat so much fast food because I was just practicing. I practice all the time. So we just get fast food.
Yeah. And you're just trying to get through it. You're just trying to like give yourself a treat to like get through doing the homework. I feel like.
Yeah, I also think I was like starving because I was at practice for like 6
were.
hours. And then I was like, I need to eat and like
cheerleader.
do my homework at midnight or something. It's crazy.
So for you too, it was like 5-6 days a week, like 3, 4, or 5 hours a day. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say though, as an adult who did that as a kid for so many years, I feel like number one, work ethic, right? It's like built-in work ethic.
Yeah.
When anyone ever asks me who has kids, like, I don't know, should I put them in dance? I'm like, yes. It's a creative outlet, just like you, but also they really build discipline and they have to concentrate.
Yeah.
And, you know, they really do have to like put their whole selves into it, which is a relief for an ADHD kid.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
Because you're like, oh, somebody's telling me where to focus my energy. And then once you're in it, you're like locked in. But yeah.
It's funny. My mom would say like, Renee, come on, you're dilly-dallying. Like that was what
my mom always said I was dawdling.
Dawdling.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. She's
Penelope definitely has ADHD like situation like that. And it's like, I get it. I see her doing it and stuff. And I'm like, why does it take you 13 minutes to put on your shirt?
shoes. Oh, yeah.
Put on your shirt, put on your shirt, put on your shirt. And she's like, oh my God, what is this thing over here? Yeah. And I'm like, I'm going to take everything out of your room so you have just white walls and nothing else to look at.
I mean, I get it. But this is my struggle like today, you know, getting here. I was like, oh shit. And somehow I have 5 minutes and I have to be out the door. And now I'm 5 minutes late, you know?
I'm like that too because I need like, I feel like I'm like, I have been also diagnosed ADHD as an adult, but I feel like there's this other weird version of like high functioning ADHD, which I think you sound like you have, where you need the pressure to get something done because
I need a deadline.
I needed pressure. I needed it to be the last minute possible that I could do something.
100%. I mean, I remember at NYU, this one class I was in, it was like, I was a journalism double major. So it was one of the final like broadcast, like communications classes. And I stayed up. I started again. I was on the dance team. So we were rehearsing like 4 days a week, 4-hour sessions. Plus I was a drama major. Classes for drama were 9 to 5 in the NYU drama department. It was like, there's no time to do anything. Yeah. And now I have my academics. So I got to do that. Well, when do I start that? Around midnight, right? I get a pint of ice cream from the deli downstairs, come back up, start eating my ice cream. That's my little treat. Yeah. That's going to get me through. And then I finished the paper probably around, it was one of my final papers ever in school. I finished it at like 5:36. My printer went down.
Oh my gosh.
You know, back in the day, you have to hard copy. I don't know if it's still like this, that they have to hand in a paper. Yeah. Anyway, my printer never worked. So I was waiting online at like the university print center, printing my final paper, and my professor walks out of this like huge like arts and science building, walks out. There's like thousands of people going in and out. It was like a movie. And he turns around and has a stack of papers, and I just happen to be walking in at that same moment.
Oh my gosh.
I place it on top.
Oh my
and
gosh.
he's like, "You got lucky, Smith."
Oh my gosh.
And that was it. But the thing was, like, it's bad because I did well.
I did well too.
So-
I could get straight A's because I would just like cram it in, but then I
Same.
would be like stressing myself out
So
until the
much
very
stress.
last minute. And I had to really learn how to like, I really started to like break things up for myself. I'm like, if I just do 10 minutes of this every day,
Yeah.
I'll be okay. Like, cause it's easy to sit down for 10 minutes. I'm like, 10 minutes, I just have to start. And like, that has helped me so much doing like little increments of time.
That's
As
great.
opposed to like, oh God, I have
still
to write
don't know
this
how to
whole
do that.
thing. Oh
I
my
mean,
gosh.
I know how to do it, but I still
It's still really
don't
hard.
do it.
Yeah, I know. It's still so hard. My final paper, my thesis paper in college, so I convinced my professor, I was a journalism major too.
Oh my, wait.
Yeah.
How did we've never discussed this.
Because neither of us are doing anything with that at all.
Exactly.
I was a journalism major. I thought I was going to do broadcast journalism.
Same.
And my mom was like, maybe you'll be able to do Nickelodeon news or something. And I was like,
How cute
I was like, yeah.
would that be? That's so funny.
I feel like I should be like the Nickelodeon news announcer. But I had to write. I wanted to graduate early because I was also cheerleading and I was done with it. And I was on a scholarship. So I was like, I'm going to finish early and move to LA before I look too old to act.
so I can get cast in that Nickelodeon
So I can get
Disney
that
Channel.
12-year-old part that I've always dreamed
Hell
of
yeah.
playing that 12-year-old.
I'm ready.
They're still like calling me for those parts 20 years, however many years later.
I mean, look, it's not such a bad problem as you actually are aging because it elongates your career. That's how I look at it.
But I feel like I like tipped the curve where like now I look like I went from like 16 to 70 in my face somehow. So
There's
they're
no
like,
in between.
They've never known where to put me. They're like, is she an old lady?
She's
or
so
is
versatile,
she a
guys.
teenager? Like, what should we do with her? But I don't know.
funny.
I convinced my journalism professor to let me take the final class, like online kind of with him because it was only offered the second semester and I wanted to be gone.
Okay.
And so he said, okay. And so I had to write 3 news articles. I had to write 2 articles and a 50-page thesis paper. And the first article,
It's a big boy paper.
Yep.
Big girl paper.
first one, I like sat on my, one of them, I sat on my deck and observed birds and wrote an article for the paper about my observation on birds.
You're like, I just want to get this shit over with.
Journalism is missing me right now. I'm like, I'm what journalism needs. And the second one, I interviewed my cheerleading coach.
Slow journalism.
Yeah, and he
You know
said,
what I mean? Like slow television.
Slow down.
Yeah, slow journalism.
The second one, I interviewed my coach, and he told me he didn't have time for it, so I could just make up quotes from him. So I was like, okay.
Completely the ethics out the window.
Yeah. And the third one, oh no, I did have to write 3 articles. The third one, I didn't actually have time to write it because I was like so procrastinated and like doing all this stuff. I was like acting at this point in the back room of a hair salon in Hawaii. And I was like, I'll just attach like a blank document and then I'll be like, blame it on a computer error. And then I'll tell him like, oh, later. And then I got it back and I got a C+ on my blank document. So I was like, what? I got a C+ on nothing. He didn't even read it. And so then for my thesis paper, I had procrastinated so much that I just was like, whatever, I'm doing that again. And I attached a 50-page, like a blank document.
The same gag.
And then I moved to LA.
And they
then
said, okay.
I got my diploma in the mail. And then I got my mom got something saying I had an incomplete in my journalism class.
Oh, dear.
And I was like, oh my God.
Wait, how many of the 50 pages did you actually
0.
write?
I didn't write
Absolutely
anything.
0.
I didn't even have an idea.
Is this Trump University?
Yeah, really. What the heck? Okay, but they did call you out on it.
No, I got an incomplete. I called the office and I was like, listen, I don't know what happened. I definitely turned everything in.
think this
Larry's
is just some
older.
sort of
I was like, I blamed it on the
miscommunication.
professor not knowing how to do like online kind of classes because he's never really done this before. And it was like a new thing we were doing.
Look at
and they're
you.
like, okay. And then And then I got my diploma in the mail. My mom called me and was like, you got your diploma? I was like, thank God. But I still don't really know what my transcripts say because I've never actually had to use them.
Because you don't need them.
You don't need them.
I mean, come on.
You just shred them once you get to this town.
Exactly. Throw it straight out the window.
I'm pretty sure I graduated, but I don't really know.
Wow.
And that's all from procrastination stuff. I could have written that paper.
Of course you could have.
I was busy. I was cheering. I was doing Lieutenant of Inishmore in a hair salon. I just was like,
my
I had
God.
stuff to do.
Wait, I need to know about that production.
Yeah.
In a hair salon?
My acting coach in Hawaii was the acting coach on Baywatch.
Perfect.
And he actually was really good.
I bet.
And it was my first, I had done like commercials and stuff as a kid and whatever. But then I went to this class and I was like, oh, this is acting.
This is
and
real.
I like fell in love with acting. And I stopped being at practice all the time and I was like living in this. But he rented this, his stage was in the back of a hair salon. He had like a little black box type class in the back of a hair salon.
Oh my God, this is so cinematic.
In Hawaii, yeah. And we did the Lieutenant of Inishmore.
Oh my God, this is perfect. I mean, it's like Waiting for Guffman, but real.
Yeah,
A little bit.
Was like,
You know what I mean?
It was
It's
like that.
like-
And I played Myred, I think that was her name. And I had to get like a wig. I remember I got wore like a short brown wig. And my grandma, when I was like in 4th grade, had cancer, had leukemia, and she beat it. But she had all these real hair wigs.
So you got to
And she
use the
sent them
wigs.
to me with this like beautiful note being like, these really gave me good luck. I hope
know
they
what?
give you good luck. Do whatever you want with them. And I like wore it for my first play.
You're in
and,
the
like,
back of the hair
in the back of a
salon.
hair salon.
And
in
your
my grandma's
grandma's wig.
Yeah.
Oh
And I
my
was like,
God.
I'm doing it. Yeah.
This is so cinematic. I feel like this is your indie,
That is a
your
Waiting
indie
for
feature.
Guffman situation. I haven't really talked about that time. That's so funny. Okay, so anyways, you were also
Yeah.
I feel like we were overscheduled probably.
100%.
I definitely was.
But I was doing that to myself.
Yes.
I don't know about you.
I was doing it to myself too. Like
my mom, yeah. My mom would be like, don't you want to take a day off? You don't have to do all of this. And I was like, oh, yes, I have to. Like,
Yeah.
of course I'm doing all of this. And that's why I always say the Hermione Granger of it all, like the overachiever. It's just built in. I don't really,
Yeah.
people, will say like, oh, well, you must have had a really demanding parent or something. I think it's the opposite. My parents were not demanding, and I created all of this like structure for myself.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it is interesting because you can't force that on my mom couldn't get me to leave the gym. We got in so many fights about me needing to like leave.
It's time.
And I
Come
was
on,
like, I
get in the
can't,
car.
I'm not
Yeah.
leaving. And then my sister, who's my youngest sister, did not want to go ever. She was complete
really?
opposite.
Oh, that's so interesting.
My
But
sister
then
who's a
she
year
can't-
younger was like, couldn't get her out of the gym. But my one who's like, I have a sister who's like 14 years younger and she just was like a total different breed of a person.
Yeah, she's like, well, I'm going to have my own identity. I'm not going to do what they're doing.
Yeah, she's like, I want to like do my own thing. Like, I don't want to be in the, and she did dance and stuff, but like yeah. But I do think
Good
you
for her.
need that kind of like, I don't know.
The commitment.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't know. And I'm sure there's like a science to it, and you could like figure out the origin of like, why is this kid such an overachiever?
Mm-hmm.
Why does she want to be involved in everything? Why,
Mm-hmm.
But with dance, it was really joyful for me as
Mm-hmm.
well. I had so much fun dancing, but I took it really seriously. I wasn't there to socialize.
Mm-hmm.
I would like if kids, I'm the worst. I'm the worst, you guys. So if kids, we would line up to like go across the floor for progressions across the floor. I wasn't there to like chat with the other kids. I was there to like really get it, really like nail it. Okay, I'm watching the teacher. I'm watching myself. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm seeing how I'm doing it, comparing it. I'm like, okay, I've got it. I didn't like going first. I wasn't like a boastful, like out front kid. I was like an observant, like, let me stand here. Let me watch a few people go and then I'll jump in,
So that you would get it right.
Yeah, I was very...
You wanted like more time to like figure it out.
I always wanted more time to figure it out.
That's so interesting. I was not totally like that. I liked to talk. You probably would have been like, shut up. I feel like I was more there just to hang out.
Oh my
I liked
God.
being good, but I also
so
wanted to
funny.
hang out.
That's so funny. No, I definitely, I think it's like the Capricorn in me. Like I'm like there to like work hard, and that's what feels good. And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like that anymore.
My sister's a year younger was like that more. Like we would ride to practice and I was always like a little late and she'd be like losing her mind that we were late. And I was like, whatever. And like, I remember for cheerleading tryouts one year, I was like, I know I'm going to make this team. So I went in and just did some like bogus made up routine that I thought was so funny and just like made up my own improvised routine.
I would love to
like
see that.
Like it probably was, I just was like, this is funny to me.
Do you have this on tape somewhere?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I just was more kind of like, I was good at it, but I really just wanted to hang out.
Yeah, it was the social game for you.
Yeah, I think probably. And I just happened to like be in Texas where you kind of can't not be good.
Right.
It's intense.
I mean, it's very
being
much
good.
part of like the culture in Texas, right?
But
like,
was it dance the culture where you were living or did it just happen?
No, not really. I mean, it just kind of happened. You know, like I remember my best friend in 4th grade and I signed up for this tap class together at a local dance studio. And I really fell in love with it. And she was like, yeah, this is cool. Like, this is fun, but it's not going to be my thing. And I was like, I think this is my thing, you know? And then the next year.
And we're not friends anymore because I can't talk to you because I have a thing.
Oh my gosh. No.
I'm just kidding.
I know. Quite the opposite. No, she was always like my best friend, but we just like, she was like, this is recreational. And I was like, this is my life, you know? So the next year, my mom, I remember just asking, oh, can I do 5 classes? Can I do 6 classes? Well, what if I do 7 classes? I could do 2 on this day, 2 on this day, and 3 on this, you know, and just like wheeling and dealing my way into more dance classes. And then we had a modern teacher join the studio. She was doing Martha Graham, and it was like officially very like, you know, very high art dance. So then we were like, ooh, I was dipping my toe into that and like concert dance. What's concert dance? You know, like going to BAM, Brooklyn Academy of Music, and seeing like Mark Morris Dance Company. And what is that? Oh, wow. This is a whole other, you know, this is very serious concert dance and very professional. And
yeah, that's cool because you did do something that you could turn into a profession later.
Yeah.
It's different than like other kinds of sports and things like that.
yeah, it's true. And I always thought I would be a choreographer, but fun fact, I injured my back very badly when I was about 13 years old. In dance, I was doing some sort of like layout move where like your leg is here and your head, your ponytail is supposed to like touch the ground behind you.
Okay.
Which
Just one of those little moves?
yeah, just like a total backbreaker. And I don't know why, but I pulled my back out and I was crawling for about 2 weeks.
Whoa, at 13?
I injured myself so badly. I was
Because
like,
at 13, you're supposed to just like, boop, bounce back.
You're supposed to be
Must have been
bendy
bad,
rubber
bad,
band.
bad.
It was really bad. And I went to the doctor and they were like, okay, it does look muscular. It feels muscular, but, you know, just take it easy. I was in a school production of Grease, and that was in 7th grade, and I was playing Cha-Cha Di Gregorio, and I had a full dance solo in heels, kicking and doing that same layout move. And I was like determined to make this happen. So I sat in my parents' hot tub for like 3 days straight, just like trying to get my back to warm up and be my friend. And I ended up doing it, but I'm sure because I had that injury like so early on, so young, I did major damage to my back that like never really fully recovered.
Yeah.
And so my back then became a problem at like 14. I had another issue where I was at a theme park, and I was on a ride, the Jetsons ride in Universal Studios,
gosh.
Florida. And after the ride, I like dropped to my knees, and the medics ran over. They were like, "What's going on? Oh my gosh, is she okay?" And my mom's like, "Well, she has a bad back,"
Which is crazy for a 14-year-old.
I know. That's why when people say now, like, "Oh, I'm getting so old, my back," I'm like, please, I've been dealing with this forever. But yeah, so then it was balancing this injury with the thing I was most passionate about in life. Like I would always say, dance is my first love. Like, that was very true. And so,
and your sister was dancing too.
Yeah, my little sister, 6 years younger, and we were on the same competition team. So we would, travel into like Manhattan for these competitions from Long Island with our whole like dance company. And
when you hurt yourself, was she still going? And you had this like injury? Did that?
But
you?
I was still dancing through it.
Yeah,
and I was like rehabbing it kind of on my own because I was so young. I would like ice it and then jump in the hot tub, and then I'd be okay for.
Isn't it funny that
weeks.
I feel like anybody who's like an intense like athlete or gymnast or cheerleader, you go to the doctor and they tell you like, this is how many days you need to recover.
You're like,
and in your mind you're like, and I'll cut that in 100th. And
yeah.
I'll do something totally different than that. I have a whole game plan for myself.
100%.
I mean, even after I had my baby, Benjamin, I think I went on a run when he was like 6 days old.
Oh my God, Brittany.
And I was like running down the street. I started to run just a little because I was walking only.
And you're like, is everything there? Is anything fall out? Did
Not
anything?
supposed to do that yet, but I was like, I'm fine. I can tell I'm fine. I know my body.
Yeah.
And I ran past my neighbor who like I know, but like she's
She's
like my best friend.
You just?
And I like had this weird reaction. I was like, hey, I'm not supposed to be running yet. Don't tell anybody you saw me, okay? And she was like, what? And I was like, and you should come up and meet the baby. And she's like, okay. And I later talked to her about that.
Like,
I was
what's happening?
Remember that psychotic thing I did? That's who I really am. So welcome to the neighborhood.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Now you know. No secrets here.
But I feel like anybody, like, once you've done a lot of stuff to your body, you kind of like know what your body can handle and what it can't handle.
100%. And then we push it to the limit.
Okay, I'll ask. Yeah. Okay, great.
Can I ask one really quick question?
Yeah.
I'm looking through the random producer question.
Let's do it.
The Price is Right 2015.
There we go.
Begs a question.
What am I doing there?
What is, because I'm looking at your thing and I'm like, wait a minute. Price is Right herself. Did you win?
No,
Tell us about
I
this.
was not a contestant. So that was an NCIS LA like cross promotional CBS thing. I was there because The Price is Right was my favorite show as a kid. I would watch it all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Like with my grandma, and my mom was a hairdresser and she would go house to house. So she would bring me and sit me down at her client's house and I would watch Price is Right like every day.
So do you know how much like everything costs?
Am I good? I'm okay. I'm actually pretty okay at it. I'm not great, but I just love the show. There's just some like nostalgia to it. So anyway, NCIS LA, they were like, oh, Renee, would you be interested? And I was like, yes, I want to like spin the wheel. I want to do all the things. And then I was there with like 2 rescue dogs, like, because they promote like spay and neuter. So, which is my other passion in life.
Renee has a lot of rescue dogs and she's very into rescue dogs. And that's so cool that
was
they let
Bob
you.
Barker really nice?
It wasn't Bob. It was Drew. It was just Drew, I think. It was just Drew Carey. But he was like so sweet. He was fabulous.
I saw Drew Carey I went on a ride with Drew Carey at Disney World one time, and he was in my photo behind me when I was probably like in 7th grade or something.
Oh my God, amazing.
My stepdad used to work for McDonald's, and they would shut down the whole Disney World of like one theme park.
You're one of those kids.
And you would just go in and you'd go to the front of the line. There was no lines. All the food was free.
Incredible.
And Drew Carey was there. I don't know what he was doing with McDonald's, but he was on my ride.
Hey, listen, they got him there, and he said I'm free that day, and he showed up.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Okay, so but I want to know when you got NCIS and you moved to LA.
Yeah.
Because you got it, and then you were in New York,
I was in New York, yeah.
and then you had to move to LA.
Yeah, I had
pretty
to,
quickly, right?
Oh, like within 2 days. They were like, okay, and now you are relocating to Los Angeles. Well, that's not true. Okay, let's take it back. The 6 episodes, right, were the guest star episodes.
Yes.
They were flying me back and forth for those.
Okay.
But at the end of the 6 episodes, like as I was in the air, they decided, okay, we're going to up her to series regular. And as soon as she lands, tell her to get on a plane and come right back.
Oh my gosh.
Because
Okay.
she's like working on Monday or whatever it was. And so that's exactly what happened. I had
And
to
did
like
Chris come with you?
go home.
'Cause
No.
Were you together yet or no?
Yeah, we were together. We were living together for like a year before that. And he was still in school. So we were like, I was like, well, I don't know how long this is going to last. You know, they say series regular. What does that really mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how, like this could be 1 season and I could be back in 5 months. I don't know. But then it turned into 12 years.
Oh my gosh. And when did he come out?
He came out 2 years later.
Okay.
Yeah. He
And did you
decided to,
leave on your own? Like, were you like, I'm done, I'm ready? Because the show kept going, right?
I was by myself. Oh, you're talking about, yes, the show kept going. Yes.
And you were like, I feel like I've done it.
Yeah, I did all the things. I memorized all of the technical jargon for
Great.
many years. And yeah, it was kind of like, okay, I did what I could do here, you know?
Okay.
And Chris and I are writing, directing.
Yes.
And at the time, we had 3 different projects that were in development. But this was right before the pandemic and then right before the writer's strike. The same thing happened again. So we had thought that, you know, I was going to transition, or I thought I was going to transition into this new role of writer, director, creator, also actor in 2 of the projects. But that didn't happen, baby.
Not yet.
So we're back to square one.
Not yet.
Not
because
yet.
I have read some of the things you guys have written, and it's so good.
Thank you.
Yeah, so good.
Thank you.
And then you also wrote a book,
That's right.
and because you're very great about dogs and taking care of dogs and
Dogs
getting dogs
are-
adopted.
Yeah.
And you
They're
wrote a
my-
book about your dog, and my daughter loves it. And she's now taken it to, she's taken it to 3 of her, she's been to a lot of schools. It's not because she's a problem child. She's moved a lot. But she keeps taking it to school, and they'll read it
Wow.
at school.
Really?
Yeah, and she chooses
Wow.
to take it on her own. She's like, I'm
You
bringing
don't know.
Serena's friend's book to school.
You don't
So
know how happy that
cute.
makes me, honestly, because Hugo and the Impossible Thing is the book. And, you know, we weren't sure if we were self-publishing or what was happening. And then Penguin Random House was really into it, and they published it, and it had such a warm reception. But it's kind of the story of our French bulldog who went through this really tough time, and he went through his own impossible thing, and then all of the characters in it along the journey who help him make it through his impossible thing are very like reflective of the real people who helped Hugo through
That's so
his
cool.
impossible medical challenge.
It's so cool.
Yeah, thank
it's
you.
such a sweet book.
Thank you. We wanted it to look like, you know, like a children's classic that like we grew up with.
Yeah.
You know, and kind of like a modern classic. You know, that was the feel, like a storybook you could just sit down with and your mom would read to you at night, or
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Well, or your dad, because you don't let your mom put you to bed like
or
my
your
daughter.
dad, or your dad.
She only lets Marco put her to bed. Anyways.
That's adorable. My dad was always working, so it was
yeah.
always my mom.
I feel like I'm always gone now at night, so it's probably always the dad. But that's so cool. Yeah, it's so special, and you are such a good writer.
Thank you.
Yeah, like
I
we
really
read a lot
enjoy
of
it.
things, and not everything's great, but like your stuff is so good.
Thanks.
Yeah,
It takes time. It takes a lot of time, but hopefully it's all leading somewhere.
yeah.
Right.
I hope so. I didn't want to see it all, so
Great.
it's got to lead somewhere.
Great.
Okay, we ask everybody if you had like a villain or a nemesis growing up. In dance. Did you?
In dance, you know what? That's such a great question. I would say I had a few because I was the young kid who was then put in like the senior tap class.
Okay.
So the older girls, you know, they didn't give me a warm reception.
Okay.
Okay, they didn't take kindly to the fact that, like, you know,
You weren't Chris Gabriel getting thrown in with the older girls, your husband.
No.
Your boy. Oh my gosh. I still am calling him your husband.
you're conditioned.
I'm conditioned. I noticed that when Benjamin, my son, carries around a baby doll, everyone calls him a girl. And I'm like, wow, we are all we have like these things that we're just like,
Yeah.
and I don't care that they're calling him a girl. I just think it's interesting because I probably would too.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
boys and girls can carry baby dolls.
They can because boys are
They
going to
should.
be dads, you know,
Because
and they
they
should
should.
also carry babies if they want to.
100%.
Okay. So
So yeah, I had like a few older girls who were not really jazzed about me joining their senior tap class. And then,
did they
you
warm
know,
up to you?
it started to fade because I
Okay.
think they were like, oh, she can hang. Like
Yeah.
she can actually do this. So that started to like cool off.
Okay. How did you feel about
Thankfully.
it when they like,
I
when
was
you were younger?
intimidated.
Yeah,
I was
of
definitely
course.
intimidated because here I am like, oh, the teacher said I should join this class. I show up and I'm not really welcome in the class.
Yeah.
You know, so that was always tough. And girls can be really mean at that age. Like
I know.
really brutally, badly
So
mean.
scary and sad. I know.
It's wild. But I wasn't in competition with anyone.
Yeah.
I really didn't. I wasn't there I was very like siloed. I was like, okay, I'm here to do my own thing.
yeah. That was your vibe.
That was always my vibe. I think it helped too because I was from a different school district. So all these girls went to school together and
Yeah,
I
so-
was like, again, the new kid at the table. I was that a lot. And I think I used it to my advantage.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to get involved in the drama.
Yeah.
I was
that
like-
what's going on with them.
Oh, I'm here to do this. And you guys are dealing with something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, girls are so mean. It's so scary.
Girls are tough.
I have a hard time I've told off so many girls. Like that in things with my daughter, I've gone in and been like, hey, I see what you're doing here.
Yeah.
And that's like not like you would not like it if somebody was doing that to you. And I
gotta
kind of like
call 'em
lost
out.
my mind on one of her friends and this other girl because I was like, they're being a bully. And I told
Yeah.
my daughter, I was like, that she's being a bully because she kind of idolizes her. And then Penelope started being like, yeah, she's a bully. And when I see her at school, I'm going to tell her she's a bully. Can you call her mom and tell her mom that she's a bully? And I was like, no, that's actually not okay. And I was like, you're going to get yourself punched in the face.
Yeah.
I was like, you're going to lose some teeth early.
Yeah. And then the mom's going to be calling you.
I
and
had
it's
one
going to
mom,
be.
one mom texted me like, hey, I know this stuff happened because my daughter told me you already talked to them about it. But I just want you to know that like, I know. And I was like, okay.
That's so
I have
funny.
a hard time.
But you
Like
know
it's
what?
hard not
Like,
to.
I remember going to sleepovers and being bullied, like by this one girl who I grew up with. It wasn't dance related, but she was very competitive with me in terms of like the talent show. And she was a singer and I was okay. I wasn't a solo singer, but she was really competitive, but would always invite me to her sleepovers. And I remember saying like I could feel I was being left out. I felt like I was invited there to be left out. You know?
To get like the control and the power to be like, oh, I'm gonna like this is where I can beat you, kind of. Yeah, I know.
Because you're on my turf, so I have the power now. So like you can recognize that when it's happening, when you see like your daughter and the girls and this happening, and you know what? You should intervene.
I mean, I try to just be like, don't play with them, like go and do your own thing. But then I just want to be like, just so you know, that is bullying. And that's like
That's not cool.
cool.
We don't do that.
And like, I don't ever, like, that's all I really care about is that like my kids are not
Like kind,
mean.
good
I just want them to
people.
be kind. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to be like smart. You just have to, and you don't have to be like nice.
That's really nice.
You just have to be kind.
kind. Yes.
Like you can say what you mean, but
yeah.
in a nice way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like it.
Thanks,
You're
Renee.
doing a
Oh my
great
gosh,
job.
thanks.
I
Thank
like
you
it.
so much. Where can
love it.
people find you?
Okay, so Instagram. Alrighty. Instagram for sure, Renée Felice Smith. It's mostly my dogs, but I do post about whatever I'm up to,
Yeah.
you know? But that's it. I'm not on TikTok. I'm not cool enough.
I don't think you need to be on TikTok, Renee.
Even though maybe I should start a tap TikTok.
Oh my gosh. Will you please?
I should start a tap something
You should start a tap something.
because it's part of my life that now is just.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you. When you got
Yeah.
NCIS, did you keep dancing? Did you find dance in LA?
You know, I didn't. And I kick myself because of that. Because I was I had the injury, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like redirected into theater, right? Right out of high school. I didn't tell you this. I was all set to audition for the NYU dance program.
Oh.
And I injured myself again.
Oh,
Same back
no.
injury. I was 17 and crawling again for like 2 weeks. And I was like, well, I guess I'm not going to make it to the dance audition. So I'll just do the theater audition. I'll prepare 2 monologues
Whoa,
and
okay.
like show up and do that. At least I'll be going to school, you know, in the city where my
Yeah.
little Hermione Granger brain was like, this is what you plan to do.
Yeah.
Follow through. This is the plan. So
I
because
feel
of
like
the
acting
injury,
kept hijacking your dance career.
yeah.
Kind of.
yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah. So when I came to LA and I was on NCIS for a very long time, I was intimidated to take class. Also because tap isn't like a big thing out here. So I remember taking like contemporary or something, and these are all like, you know, music video dancers.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and it's like a different style.
You're like, you want to
It's
see my
different.
tap? And they're like, no. We're like in music videos.
We're good. Yeah. So, but actually, recently, there's this guy, Johnny Hobbs, that my sister told me about, and he's awesome. So I've been taking his class.
Oh, amazing.
And I really like him. He's laid back. It's just fun. It's not a competitive vibe at all. It's just like
That's awesome.
good to like get rhythm in your brain again.
Yeah.
And it always like lifts me up. I end up like walking out being like, why don't I do this all the time?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's great. Well, I hope you start a tap TikTok so that we can see you do it all the time.
Watch out. Be careful
Watch
what you
out.
wish for.
Yeah, I really want it. I really want it.
Tap talk.
Yeah, a tap talk.
Get
It's going to be the
out.
new mom talk. It's sooner. You're going to have a reality show.
That's
You might end up being
so-
on The Bachelor.
Watch out.
You'll be like, I'm not
As the guest
married, but
performer.
I am married, but I'm not married, but I am.
So I can
but
technically be here.
Yeah, but I can't actually leave with any of you, which we all know is not really happening anyways.
Right.
So
maybe
it's
I just
perfect.
come in as a performer. You know when they do those
Oh,
like weird little
yeah,
dances
and you get everyone
someone
to
performs.
tap.
Oh, like lead a class?
Yes.
That would be hilarious.
Tap Talk. Can't
Okay.
wait. All right.
Here it comes.
Check out Renee Felice Smith on Tap Talk. Thank you so much for doing this. This was so fun.
This was so fun. I
Thank
love
you.
that you're doing this. And,
And
it's
we'll definitely, you'll have to send us a video of you tap dancing or something so we can
easy.
show people.
My mom has like a whole, she's got a library of videos.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I love it. Okay. Thank you. Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Bye.